Hewett from Top Form Fitness, and it's time to do it with Hewett. And I want to talk about the #1 most important factor for transforming your body: nutrition. Now, specifically in this video, I wanted to focus on IIFYM, if it fits your macros, versus clean eating. Now, what the heck is IIFYM? It's also known as flexible dieting. Now, basically what this means is it doesn't matter so much what you eat or when you eat, as long as you meet certain calorie and macronutrient ratios. So as long as your calories are where they need to be for your goals, and as long as you're getting specific amounts of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So why is that so popular? Why has this been growing as sort of a trend, especially amongst the science guys? Because it works. It's effective. Okay, you can achieve your physique goals, gaining lean tissue or losing body weight, much more effectively if you track your calories and your macronutrients. So where do food choices come into play? Well, let's take a look at clean eating. And typically, the If It Fits Your Macros crew and the clean eating crew are adversarial. They believe that these two perspectives are contradictory. Now, a lot of the If It Fits Your Macro guys don't really take into account the effect of hormones, or at least they downplay it, from the foods that you eat. Now, the certain types of foods you eat, the type of the carbohydrates you eat, it will affect your hormones to a small extent. And now, hormones are very powerful things, and small changes in your hormones over a long period of time can affect changes in your body, especially if you are less active and if you're older. As you get older, your insulin sensitivity will change, and your body will handle carbohydrates a little differently as well, so you have to pay a little bit more attention to that. Now, digestion, again, the foods you eat, highly processed foods, and your food choices can affect your digestion. And of course, how you digest your food will affect not only your immune system, but what nutrients you get out of it. Micronutrients. Now, you have to make sure that you're consuming foods that are not just addressing your macronutrient ratios, but that you're getting the micronutrients you need, typically from vegetables. Now, if you're in a caloric deficit and you're exercising, you can definitely afford to be a lot more flexible with your food choices. In that case, I would definitely say that If It Fits Your Macros is the approach that you can comfortably go with. And if you're in a caloric surplus and you're trying to put on lean tissue, that's where you might want to be a little bit more careful about your food choices. So actually having a clean bulk and a dirty cut. Now, that's pretty much the opposite of what people typically say. I'm doing a dirty bulk, and you can eat whatever you want because you're trying to gain weight. But when you're trying to lose weight, you have to eat clean. The food choices will have far more of an effect on body composition. You'll be more likely to gain body fat in a caloric surplus if you're not paying attention to what you're eating. And the opposite is true in a deficit. You're very unlikely to put on body fat in a caloric deficit when you're active because you're eating so-called bad foods. So what is the take-home message from all this? Well, first of all, I would stop looking at If It Fits Your Macros versus clean eating as two opposing views, and I would look at them both as points to consider with your nutrition plan. Definitely, your caloric intake and your macronutrient ratios should be the priority. You should be tracking your caloric intake and the foods that you eat. However, especially if you're trying to gain lean tissue or if you're in a surplus, and as you get older, your food choices do play a role as well. So I hope that helps you with putting together your own nutrition plan. I look forward to your feedback. I'll be coming at you again soon with another video. So until then, stay fit.
Now he's prepared with the right weapon and the right training behind him.